What's going on? To bring some clarity to the psych doctor situation when they gave me an evaluation and then they gave me a diagnosis. Now I was over there in the hospital, obviously. A few nurses. You know, I figured they call themselves not liking me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always saying something about the Bible, the weather, things that's going on in the world. Pretty much being the messenger, right? Letting them know Jesus is at the door. That's basically it. That's all. Nothing preaching. I'm sure they know the word. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, even if they don't, they know Jesus is at the door. They see the light that shines within. The light is set up on the hill. People through the TV can see me. So stop playing. Babies even see me. Blind people even see me. You know, what they see, I don't know, but they look. You know what I mean? I thought this person's supposed to be blind. And this is more than one occasion. So push gonna shove for a person to sit in front of you after you tell them you're a Christian, and the people who brung me, I told her that the people who brung her is the first year student in psychology. A nice little Asian lady. She was a very nice lady, professional and everything like that. And she listened. So she had a host of questions to ask me so they can come up with their answer according to their structure. Sigmund Freud, whoever. Now I have my structure too that I would like to I can diagnose people too. You know what I'm saying? That thing go both ways. But the blueprint I'm going off of is what's gonna stick. Is what's gonna matter because it has prophecies that go with it. It has a power that can't be beat behind it. The proof of its existence exists around me in the spirit realm. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that point, she was asking me these questions. Well, first, they came with the phone call to, insult my intelligence with it. Like, well, we would like to. Would you mind talking to a psych doctor? Yeah, I'll talk to anybody. Then I told her I'll talk to your clergy too. Bring your clergy too. She said, "Excuse me." I said, "I'm a Christian, so you can bring your clergy too." So she didn't like that part. She yeah, bring your clergy because that was a Catholic place I was in. So I was talking to the lady. She asked me all these questions and everything like that. I'm talking to her. First, I gave her quick answers to see how she would respond. I gave her quick answers. She didn't like that because they like for you to elaborate, right? So that's why I seen her respond to see how is she really out for BS or she really wanted something, right? So next thing you know, went to that point. Answering the questions. She enjoyed it. We was laughing. I said, if a person that don't understand me referred me to a psych doctor, it's just like me referring them to the police because they look suspicious. But I don't know you. You just look suspicious. But then to come to find out, you may be a CIA. You may do an FBI work. You may be an undercover detective. I don't know you. So therefore, I shouldn't judge you. So they judge it. Thou shalt not. So when they go to that point of talking to her, this and that, that's when she was like, you know what? Tomorrow, after everything was done, because she came back twice, I told her about me healing the cat. I healed the cat before. I laid hands on the cat. The cat leg was previously broken. Next day I went over there. It was healed. And that was like in 2 days. She called my mother right as she left the room before I even get the chance to call her, right? My mother confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? So then that's when she brings in her supervisor, He came in to tell me that I was schizophrenic. You know what I'm saying? So why he danced around the border, I'm not sure. But he came in and asked me um, some questions or whatever the case may be. Oh, he asked me what I was in there for. Same question she asked me. Now I should have just told him, let's get to the point, man, because I'm not finna be wasting my time with you. You know what I'm saying? I okay to talk to you, but I'm not finna keep asking the same questions. You know what I'm saying? So push gonna shove, it got to that point where, you know, that's when, everything was said and done. Um, that's when he says that um, the diagnosis is, I let him know that I read Sigmund Freud too, and it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? And he gave me a diagnosis of schizophrenic. He was like, will you accept that? I'm like, no, I don't accept that. No. Of course there's going to be something wrong with a Christian in this world. Christians are being persecuted. I'm like, for each hole in my arm, which would be like 7 holes in my arm from the doctors, they maybe 5 out of those 7, they jammed the needle in my arm. So what I described throughout the questions was an environment that creates a certain mind frame. That's what you got to watch out for. You create When they ask you these questions, they pretty much asking your response to a situation, or they're asking what kind of environment you in. So they say, oh, if he's in this environment, this what comes from out of that environment, and we're going to diagnose him as this, instead of telling him, hey, get him out of that environment. Because normally people that stay in that environment, in the percentage ratio, which they don't know, they come out with schizophrenic, yada yada. So I'm like, wow, isn't that something? So I'm like, I could be standing in front of a person that's into child pornography, or a porn addict. I could be sitting in front of somebody who's a homosexual, closet. I asked him, you believe in Jesus Christ? He had an attitude. So I'm like, I'm guessing that's a no. So I'm like, are you okay with same-sex marriage? He said, yeah. He said he believed that people get a chance to marry who they want. I said, you have no mental aptitude or gumption to diagnose me with anything. Animals don't even have sex with the same animals. And you're going to come tell me I'm schizophrenic? It's crazy. Homosexuality is a psychological problem. It's the imbalance stemming from from molestation and rape. Once the person is being molested in that area as a young kid for all those years, it becomes like natural sex. When a person breaks their virginity, naturally, and they grow up using the same sex organ. But when their sexual organs have, when their organs have been manipulated, what I'm saying, that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's what happened with the psych doctor and the situation with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of nonsense. That's all it is, man. It's like you could be full-blooded with the whole thing, in the sense of, you know, like, and then he looked like a person that really be looking at child porn. And you got the nerve to try to diagnose me. I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? You don't look like you take care of your frame. You know what I'm saying? So come on. That's